Hey there, friendlies. How's up? Forgive the pounding and noise. It's just I am still trying to find a way to do some sort of a countdown before I start speaking so that people who join a little later don't miss. Or I think Russell said there was a delay between this thing telling me I'm live and I'm being live. So, hi. I'm sick. We're going to just get past that. Nothing big. It's just a cold. Not going to let it stop me or nothing. Especially on a Tuesday night, because I look forward to doing this. Now, what this does mean, though, is I was feeling way too bagged all day to come up with something to talk about tonight. I see we have Charles W. in the room. Hi, Charles. How's things going in the Philippines? What's the weather like down there? We got Tenenbaum in the house. Nice to see you. Nice to see your name. Hi, Grace. Oh, man, I don't feel that bad. It's whatever. I got I've got a beer that I've never tried before tonight, and then I've got a really, really wicked whiskey. Which shall I show off the first? Hey, there's Russell. So, okay, I'll show you the beer first. All right, I got to do it next to my face. Yep. This is the Caramel Salé Stout by Oshlag, which is right here in Montreal, I do believe. Brasserie et Distillerie Oshlag, Montreal, Canada. Yeah, they do beer and like gin and stuff like that. And I ain't never even heard of a salted caramel stout, so I'm going to try it. Let's hope I don't blow the pour. Got to hold this up. It's nice to have the DSLR working, but the fact that it actually focuses rather than having this great wash of sort of in focus picture does mean that you guys aren't seeing this pour quite as sharp as you could be. There you go. Look at that. Oh, look at that color. Whoops. Haven't even had a drink yet. Oh, it smells good. Oh, guys. I was afraid because I don't like beer that's all flavored. Like this is hibiscus and all that stuff. A nice mouthfeel. The caramel's not overpowering. It just sort of, there's this nice oily, it sits in your mouth and big taste, but not overpowering. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And for later, excuse me, High Coast, Timmer, single malt from Sweden. En bra svensk whiskey, which is a good Swedish whiskey. Pouring just a little touch for later. And then I'm going to put this bottle away from me because trust me when I tell you that was way too expensive to just whoop. But yeah, so I wasn't feeling well enough to come up with something specific to talk about. So I figure we'll start off by saying hi to all my friends. Hey, Mark is here. How's it going? Partly sunny in the Philippines today. Nice to know, Charles. There's Mr. Pine Martin. Man, you are still in the bush, right? You're in a nice part of the land. I'm looking at I was looking at your photos on the Book of Faces earlier. Good move with all the orange gear. This is definitely the season to wear your blaze orange, that's for sure. Florida Jim, hey, how's it going? You like that pour? Yeah, because Serge is not with us tonight, I didn't blow the pour completely. Chris is here. Good crew in the house. Hike with Mike. Aloha, mister. David Evans, how's it going? Carol? See, I'm French Canadian, so I would pronounce your name Carole. Madame Long, are you Carol? We'll just move along. Let me know how to pronounce that so that I don't bugger it. Because I am an English speaking French Canadian, Jesse Corbet, which when I used to live in like BC or Winnipeg was horrifying. Mr. Corbell, Mr. Corbell. Raspberry's got crappy internet right now. Man, I hope that, pardon my France, that's not how you say that. Why do people say that anyway? Like if you drop an F-bomb or something, why do people say pardon my French? Like, what does that mean? Carol, okay. All right. Where was I? Yeah, so Russell's got crappy internet tonight, which is too bad. I am pretty sure you are what do you call it, sitting on your hands, you know, like when you're excited about Elon Musk's internet access. I tell you something, if when that arrives it is not amazing, I'm going to be hurting for you. I was thinking about something. I wanted to do a little riff, not for the whole night. All right. See you later, Martin. I'll speak to you later. I wanted to do a little riff on what we talked about last time. Because remember, like, I was being a doofus and I was showing off Lofty Wiseman's book, and I was talking about some other books, but they were off screen. Well, I went and got some before starting tonight because Russell's reading everything he can about Starlink right now. Yeah, I'm really hoping that turns into something really good for you because it's expensive and it's going to kick the crap out of your generator. For those of us, Russell, who do what we do, fast internet is very important. You know, if you're just web surfing or watching bushcraft YouTubes, as some of us do, or whatever, it's not that important. But like when you're trying to upload, you know, you've done an overnighter, or maybe you've, in your case, you've fixed up the cabin, or you're dynamiting a beaver dam. You need faster internet to get that damn video from your computer into the interwebs without, like, I hope that there's no interruption in the service. You know, because when I started putting videos up, I had slow ass internet, and it's unbelievable how fast you decide I'm spending the money on fast upload. So yeah, so I you know, the difficulties you're having really, they drive me crazy because I remember having them and it's just so frustrating. Just so frustrating. But yeah, I wanted to I guess just briefly, not for the whole night because I'll bore you guys to tears and you'll all hang up on me. Riffing off of this book that we talked about, because I used to work in publishing, I see a generational shift in books. And that at one point, you know, this was a very modern, very sort of, you know, acceptable way to do books. But today you would not see this in a book that was not self-published, right? Because today your outdoor book looks more like this, right? I mean, even if it's in the same sort of pocketbook shape as the Lofty Wiseman book, the game is so much higher now in terms of design and everything. It doesn't necessarily bring any more value in terms of the information, but you know, this is a more modern looking book. You know, I also have this, you know, Cody Lundin. How many of you guys know Cody Lundin? I don't mean personally, right? When All Hell Breaks Loose. And it is positively ancient looking, right? Like, I don't know, is this like the 90s? Is this book from the 90s? Listen to me, this looks ancient. It must be from the 90s. Christ, I was born in 1972. Hold on, let me look for first edition, 2007. So yeah, back then it was still a very 90s time in book design, you know. I mean, Jesus, look at that, guys. Come on. But that's also partly, Cody's style, right? But what do you guys think? Do you like sort of these sort of time honored looking books like this, or Lofty's Lofty's sort of handbook, I guess, or do you want something like this? Also, this book manages to be all colorful and everything, but still come across as a serious book of knowledge. Whereas, I don't even know why I bought this. Hold on, I just closed my window. Hold on. Right. The Field and Stream, the Total Outdoorsman Manual. First of all, what a terrible title. It's a very modern source book, I guess, but it just it doesn't come across. Look, the knowledge is solid, but it's very clearly written and designed for someone who's a little, do I want to say that? A little more pedestrian? Oh, that's a terrible way to put it, but it's like the Reader's Digest version of a survival book, written for a little more high level, a little less in depth. It reads like the magazine. It reads like this is a huge issue of Field and Stream. And like, I like the very modern look at these books and everything. I kind of wish, like, I like this size, but part of me loves the really old, like this book has clearly not been redesigned, since, Truman, you know what I'm saying? Like, but there's something of that age that I'm okay with. I don't know. Do you guys like sort of the look of the old knowledge, or do you like a more modern, colorful, and clearly more visually interesting book? Excuse me. Whoops, I am way behind. I see I got all excited about books. Hey, Steve. How's it going? Russell, apparently Carol sent you a message. What's interesting, what's frustrating is that I had excellent internet for months, perfect live streams, and suddenly one day it's shit, and has been for months. And this is not the first time such a swing. Mate? Huh. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I wonder if at the company they're choking your area for some reason. I mean, they can do that, this isn't like tinfoil hat thing, territory. Hike with Mike likes ancient books, 1984, To Kill a Mockingbird, Grapes of Wrath, classics that make you think. Okay. This mouse has buttons on this side, which I very specifically did not set to anything, but Windows doesn't believe me. And so what happened was I tapped the side of my keyboard with the mouse and ticked one of the buttons. I will get rid of this mouse at some point. Where were we? So yeah, Hike with Mike. Even when we're not talking about like survival books, you like the older stuff. You like works of literature. I once said that the difference between a novel and literature is 100 years. And I do believe that. Hey, Austin is here. How's it going? Chris, I don't remember last time I saw a CD-ROM. I worked on, I designed the graphics and the interface for a multimedia CD-ROM once in 1997. There's a radio station here called Shom, and they used to have these what they called l'esprit. It was like a battle of the bands kind of thing. And for 1997, I was the art director on the multimedia aspect. I 3D rendered the inside of a bar with a stage, drum set, bass guitar, and all kinds of stuff like that. And of course, I worked on the camera crew for videoing the concerts and stuff. How did I end up on that? Oh, because you asked, did it come with a CD-ROM as well? But yeah, hey, Ian the Weblord is here. The lower button goes back on your browser. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little crowded because I've got all these. I wanted to talk to you guys about all these books, right? So they're really crowding my mouse and my keyboard. Hey, up north is 60. How's it going, mister? How is it going? Haven't seen you in a while. Been wondering how things are going up there. Are you under snow yet? Someone I watch on TikTok in Alaska has snow already. But yeah, good to see you, Dave. Good to see you. Hey, Dave, are you going to be doing the Starlink thing as well? Because I was just talking to Russell about how his current internet is sucking the bag, and he's on the wait for Elon Musk's magical satellite internet. I'm just wondering if you're looking at that as well. If it's even worth it up where you live, or if your internet is good enough. Because we've talked about your internet connection before. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'll mute myself every time I'm gonna cough. I just do love doing this sick. I love it. Makes me happy. Hike with Mike says, I'm a dinosaur. I still use CD-ROMs. That being said, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a dinosaur when I grew up. I was so devastated when I found out they were extinct. Man, dinosaurs have a magical hold on kids, eh? Absolutely magical hold. If I had not been allowed to be bad at math and I'd gone into the sciences, I don't know if I would have wanted to be a paleontologist, an archaeologist, a marine biologist, or an astronomer, because all these are things that I read everything I can find about. Hey, Mallory's here. How's it going? Charles, internet is always up and down here as well. Yeah, I've heard that as well. Russell said what I was thinking. Oh, for God's sakes. Dave, I hope you're ramping up for video season. That's what I was wondering too. Because once the snow hits the ground, we're expecting to see some hot tent videos. It calls for snow on Thursday. I'm waiting for Daddy Musk to offer the service I paid you a deposit back in April. Yeah. I really hope that this is amazing for you guys. I really do. It's not cheap. But, excuse me, what I was saying earlier to Russell is that for those of us who make videos and upload videos, we need fast upload. It's terrible when you've been uploading for 6 hours and then suddenly you lose your connection or whatever, So I'm excited for you guys, and I hope to hell it's as good as it's supposed to be. Mallory's asking Grace how she is. There we go. Gonna make some maple suckers, and then you're gonna send them to me. Okay, so David Evans, yeah, it seems that a lot of people in sort of the bush / off-grid / prepping / living out in the woods community are in exactly the same spot. Crappy internet, waiting on Starlink. Chris is asking how the fall colors are. Where I am, they're just starting. They're really just starting. So there's some orange and some yellow, but still a lot of green. One of the guys I work with, when the plague hit, he just moved back home to BC. So he telecommutes. And he goes like hiking every weekend and some of the afternoons after work and whatever. And the aspens where he lives right now are all that stunning yellow that they turn. You know, maples go red, blah blah blah. But like, man, I love to see like a stand of trees that go like a brilliant yellow. Man, I love that. It's so damn pretty. Long's Quest, how's it going? Ike says, I can show you some hot tent videos. Come down here in Florida in August. No. That'd be like living on the surface of a very wet sun. I couldn't do it. Where Mal is, the lake is going to be frozen over pretty soon, yeah. Yeah, Russell and I have discussed this. I was like, why are you keeping both? And apparently because the Starlink, if you're off grid, will really kill your whatever, your energy. It'll use up a lot of energy. So you may end up running the generator if so I think he's only going to use it under certain circumstances. Like, what was it? Books festing and uploading videos, was it? Wow, 3 videos a week. Nice. That would be amazing. This came up in Dennis's live stream, and I was listening, and then kids. I only have the staying power for a video that's up to an hour. Like once it gets to like an hour and a half or something, I can't take the time to watch it, or like I watch and then I come back. But if I watch and then I come back, I feel that is impacting on the algorithm for the person I'm watching, because it's 2 unfinished videos instead of 1 finished one, I feel. So yeah, I have a hard time. Like if it's if the video is an hour, I'll be doing dishes or making the kids lunches or whatever, and I have it on and I'm watching that while I'm doing the stuff that I can zen out on, the stuff that I don't have to like concentrate on. But like, what do you guys think? How many of, I know some people who, yeah, man, Joe's got a video out. It's an hour and 40 minutes. So I just made a cup of tea and sat back. And I'm like, I envy you the fact that you can do that. I would love to be able to just kick back and watch, like, like one used to watch a movie, right? But what do you guys think? Do you guys have the staying power for a video that's like an hour and a half, 2 hours long, or are you sort of stuck around the 10-minute mark? Hey, Fab Online LLC is in the house. Nice to see your name. How many people actually have Starlink now? Like, does anyone have it, or is it still sort of coming down the pipe? With Mike says, I can't watch really long videos. If there's a long video, I prefer the creator makes them into stages of 20 minutes each. I always break them down into 10-minute videos. Always. Because 2 reasons. First of all, because 10 minutes is a good span for me to like really watch. So that's what I offer. Second, it means that there are a bunch of videos that I have that are like playlists of 3 videos for, when we went to the Bruce Peninsula a couple of years ago. Instead of making one long video, I broke it up into, I think, 3 or 4 videos. Same thing when my wife and I went to Arizona and whatever's the one next to it, Nevada. Bunch of little videos, right? I encapsulate. This one's about this one's about that, this one's about, so if I was making a video if I went on like a Joe Robinette trip and I tried to do the same thing, there are 2 or 3 ways you could split that up. One video is one day, but I kind of feel that what I would want to do is one video is here's my camp prep. You know, like the first video is all about the camp. Second video is all about the fishing, right? You go out, you catch a fish, you bring it home, you make supper. You know what I'm saying? It's about the subject. The next one, maybe I would do a review of an axe or something about woodcutting or a tree ID video or something. Because I like to encapsulate things like that rather than day 1, day 2, day 3. That being said, I have watched an entire series of Joe's day 1, day 2, day 3 videos. I'm not saying other people have to do that, but my creative process and what I watch are not the same. Excuse me. I'm just going to... let me just try not to lose track of the side chat here. David says to check out Don Drones On. So I shall now go into the tube of views on the other browser and take a look for that. Oh man, my throat. Don Drones On, was it? Is that Don Joyce? Is that who we're talking about? No. I'll look for it later. I don't want to, I don't want to be like staring off the screen. Because there's also Don's Drones and stuff. Don's Drones. Man, there's a lot of channels called Don's Drones. I'll ping you about it later or some damn thing. Mark's got some apples cooking. I made an apple crisp a couple of days ago, and it is gone. Yeah, Charles, that's a good point. Time depends on the content of the video, how long you'll watch. Yeah, absolutely. If I'm like into what's being spoken about, or they're talking about like a skill that I don't have, I can watch a lot longer, for sure. Fab, I wonder how many solar panels and batteries, how many more than Russell has he would need for Starlink to not sort of tick him over. Russell, I don't know if you saw that question, but like versus what you have now, do you know what you would need? Because I remember you telling me what the constant draw was, and it just seemed really huge for like an off-grid situation. Grace, yeah, over an hour, and you're probably watching it in 2 or 3 sittings. Yeah. Mallory watches 20-minute videos, she says. And Dave also 20 minutes, unless it's an instructional. Yeah, I'm good with that. 10 is I don't even have to think twice. 20, I'll probably sit and watch. Up to about 30. Once you get to 40 to an hour, I'm like, do I have time? Okay, let's try it. Okay, Hike with Mike is 20 minutes is his threshold as well. Well, clearly my videos are not long enough. If I tried to make my videos any longer, my computer would crash on me even more often. Oh, okay. Russell says Devin Nash is the only one who routinely posts over 20-minute videos, and I watched the whole thing. Good to know. Devin Nash. I will look that up as well. Hey, Cliff is here, and then he's not. Okay. Fair enough. Ian says a half hour is close to my max, unless it's a live stream that I'm involved in. Jess or Books Fest, I can watch for hours. Crazy how much longer I can watch if it's a live stream. What is up with that? Why? Is it because of the side chat? Right? Is it because of Oh, all this chit chat down the side, right? It, what's it about? Why can I watch a 2 hour? It'll be on it sort of not really in the background, but I will have it on as I make supper. I'll step away. Maybe Clem's got to go pee pee, or like, packing lunch. No, packing lunches I'll be watching, or like I have to step away to put Clem to bed or something. But I can have a live stream on a lot longer than a non-live video. That's weird, right? Except that it's not weird because Ian says the same thing. Yeah, David, if the content is worth it, I could watch a Ray Mears video forever. Ray Mears videos, I will sit back with a cup of tea and watch. Problem is, because my life is so high octane right now, if I sit down for 5 minutes, I fall asleep. So, I'll sit down at like 9, think, all right, I'm going to watch a video, and then I'll clean the kitchen or make lunches or blah, blah, blah. Bam! Out. And, then I have to wake up and I can't sleep down here. I don't have my CPAP machine. Run upstairs. Well, like I will decide tonight I'm watching Ray Mears canoeing on the Mississippi with Gordon was the food series. Was it Ray, the other Ray, the canoe expert that he did an episode with during anyways, whatever. But like that's what I'm doing tonight. Or I'm watching Dick Prenicky, damn it. Boom. Out. Wasted a cup of tea. Mal says she just got done harvesting all her potatoes today. I wonder how many potatoes that was. Did I miss? Chris says longer is too much sometimes, and I don't want to mess up their viewer time. Once I start, I watch right through to the very end. Yeah, that's it. I don't want to mess up their viewer time either. Especially because so many of the people I watch are people who are now like subs of mine. So I kind of feel that we're on the same team. So if I click on, I was going to say Dave, but I mean, his videos are easy to watch. I'm like, Russell, if I start one of his videos, I'm going to watch it all the way through, no matter how long it is, because I want him to have the full watch time, but again, it's easy to watch his videos all the way through. I don't know. I don't. I'm trying to make a point here, but everyone I'm mentioning is kind of the videos are good enough that it's not a problem to watch. By the way, Russell, the cloudscape at the end of that recent video of yours was terrific. Yeah, so everyone wants to know the same thing as I asked. What's the total yield? Grace is asking if you've weighed the potatoes. Don Joyce. Okay, I will check out Don Joyce. If it's a lot of drone shots, though, I'm going to be all modeling because I want a drone. Where the heck? I just totally got lost here. Hold on a second. Okay. Fab says, I agree with video time, Jess. I have only so much time to watch video at any given time. I only have 3 hours during the week at night after work for everything I do. Yeah, I get that. I absolutely get that. Wow. Mal says she weighed 188 pounds yesterday. Today's harvest was much smaller. I'm guessing about 60-ish more today. I will have final count tomorrow. I had to stop. It was getting dark out. You are not going to be starving this winter for potatoes. That is for damn sure. Carol says staying power works while doing mutable home chores. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, that's what I was looking for. How much power would I need? No idea. I could double the size of my system and it still wouldn't cover my needs. Do you find that it's becoming more affordable enough that you could add more panels? I don't know if I'm I'm not wording this question right. If you decided you needed to double your setup, is it more affordable enough that that would not be a huge decision? Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Up north is 60. Oh, sorry. Dave says, I feel Joe uploads longer videos because of his limited internet service. I'm willing to bet he would upload shorter, more frequent video if he had consistent high speed. I do believe he is also either on the waiting list for Starlink or he's got it, because I absolutely agree. Because doesn't he have to drive to town? No, now he can upload his own, but it's still pretty slow compared to like what I have. Yeah. Look at this. You hear the Starlink dishes use 100 watts in the winter. 2.4 kilowatt hours a day is a huge draw. I mean, yeah, okay, guys, check this. One night, after one of my live streams, Russell and I were talking about solar because I would love to solarize either my workshop in the garage. No, I would like, my plan was to solarize the garage workshop as a proof of concept that I could then show my wife we can do the house. And Russell was like, hold on, think this through. Then we worked out what the draw of my house is, and I think it was like, did we say 78 kilowatt hours? Something like that. Okay, it's like we've got a pool and like stuff like that. And I remember like Russell saying, my house is like 4. And mine was like 70 or something. It's embarrassing because I mean, anyways, whatever. Fab says, I watch Andrew Camarada videos, which are always long, and he's the only one I can do that for. I don't know that user, that channel. Okay. Hike with Mike says, yes, I can watch live streams for hours because it's like having a conversation with folks at a bar. That is why we always ask what we were drinking. That is not a bad take, actually. That makes a certain amount of sense. Absolutely. Yeah, and so it looks like we're all kind of on the same page. Mallory's saying live streams are the bomb. I love hanging out with the community. Oh, I forgot to put a I just want to do one little thing. Okay, everyone. Mal's going live tomorrow night for her monthly live. That is good to know. Excuse me. What am I doing here? What am I doing here, Mal? I'm trying to figure out what the key shortcuts are in Windows is what I'm trying to do. Oh no, I just lost the spot. Yeah, Grace is the same thing, right? Grace is saying the same thing. The interactivity is an important factor, it seems. Russell says to Mal, that's great, Mal. I won't be there, but that's great. Russ, always saying the right thing. Hey, Tim's here. Hey, how's it going? So I never go in there hungry. Yeah, that's for sure. That is a rule of thumb. Never go to the store hungry. You'll end up buying cookies. People dropped off for that? That was beautiful. Are you kidding? I watched that twice. Part of the reason I watch that is because I've been dying to do a time lapse, and I never get the context. I've been wanting to do one up at the lake where my mother-in-law lives, but the context is never right. Also, I have to plug that camera in. I have to plug it in because if I just use a battery, I think the camera will die before I get to the end of the time lapse. Because I want to do like a sunset. I can't believe people clocked off for that. That's redonkulous. See, that makes me angry. because that was still quality work. You know what I'm saying? That was still a quality piece of video right there. People suck, dude. Oh, you had already planned to double the size of your system, panels, charging controllers, batteries, but then we bought a condo and about to buy a car for City Girl. Yeah, but like for the pricing, oh wow. But also because your buddy still does solar biz, you get everything at cost. That is nice because I read everywhere and I see everywhere that the price has come down precipitously. But like, what does that mean when you want to install or enlarge a system? You know? Yeah, Fab says price per kilowatt in solar panels has dropped incredibly in the last 10 years. Battery storage has not kept up. Yeah, that's for sure. David averages 14 kilowatts per day, kilowatt hours per day. I forget what we worked out, but average house in this city will use 20 to 40 in a day. Yeah. There's a crap ton of waste. You know, like when I step away from this computer, I leave it on. I put it to sleep, so it's using a very tiny amount of power, but it's still on all the time. My fridge, your TVs never go off, right? They go to sleep. Your PlayStation or whatever, these things never go off. They go to sleep. What I used to do before we had kids was I would plug all those things into a power bar and then just turn it off. You know, constant power drain, not today, Satan. That was my philosophy. And I'd like to get back to that. I mean, we're talking about very small amounts, and like my entire house is LED lights at this point, so I'm not even. But there are big things, right? Like having a pool. Anyway. Simo's finishing up training, something work related. Everyone's saying hi. You guys ain't going to see Mallory because she's folded in half in bed. That means she's either really tired or really in pain. We're not going to ask any questions. Oh, in fact, she says, been in pain for a week. My back injury is not liking all this work. Taking it easy. Yeah. We don't really say folded in half in English, but in Quebecois, it's very common to say that, to folded in half. Plié en deux. It took me a long time to figure out what the hell that meant, but yeah, it's because you're in a lot of pain, so you're like. Dave says my buddy has 550. Oh, okay. In his van, full gaming computer set up, deep freeze and fridge. He mines crypto at the beach. Wow, that's crazy. Does he have like a permanent solar panel attached to the roof, or does he deploy? Like he pulls over and deploys when he parks? Yeah, Ian says to Russell, the beaver dam video was the most engaging video I've seen in a long time. Damn beavers. The thing is, you got to get rid of those beavers. You got to either take them out somehow. I don't know what the legality is or what, but those beavers have to be either moved along or turned into soup, because otherwise you're not going to win that. That's a good point, Charles. Don't go to the store after drinking beer either. What? Russell, what? What? This is shocking to me. I figured that video would just go. Excuse me while I go to your channel and check out the thumbnail. Now I'll do this later because I don't want to be like staring off at the other screen while I'm supposed to be talking with you guys. But that is shocking to me. What's going on there? I've been thinking of doing crypto during the summer when I have endless power. You kind of got to worry about wear and tear on your system too, though, right? Like that's why the only way you can afford video cards is these, tapped out cards that have been used for crypto, and they're getting a little worse for wear. You can make some money though, that's for sure. Yeah, yeah, I got it. End of the delicious beer. David says, we're not big power consumers. We use a clothesline in the summer, very little AC use, and LED light bulbs everywhere. In the summer, we also use the clothesline. I like it. Makes me, helps me trick myself into thinking I'm doing something for the planet. And then I come down here and I sit at these two screens. Oh well. Boom. Chris says, I'll be watching Russell's Beaver Dam video tonight after live. It's on the watch later list. I know how much effort goes into getting a good time lapse and the excitement when it turns out well. Yeah, right? And it's the kind of thing that people who don't shoot video don't get. In fact, somewhere around here, like I bought some sort of Yuga to connect to my camera so that instead of I don't remember, but it's taking essentially a photo every second or whatever I set it to, instead of just a very, very slow motion video, because the words the aperture and everything, you can get a much better effect. Although Russell's was terrific, so I don't know how he did it. Aha! On the subject of that beaver dam video, tomorrow I'm planning to pull the dam down again, but this time I'm taking my trail cam to set up and watch the beavers rebuild. Okay, so it's a permanent install. Nice. I like solar. I like wind. I think they're great technologies. They're not problem free, but they're a whole lot less problem free than oil. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I do try to keep my channel non-political. It's weird that that's even a political comment, though. We lived in a really messed up world, guys. We live in a really messed up world, guys. I put the D on the wrong word there. Sorry, folks. Ian says, I get nailed with hydro because I have a bunch of servers that run 24/7. I wish I could get them on batteries during the day with some solar supplement and charge from mains at night over lower rates. I do not know where you live. I live in the province of Quebec, so there are no lower rates or higher rates. But if you're running servers 24/7, you need some solar panels or a windmill or some damn thing. Absolutely. If you live in Ontario, you're probably paying through the nose for your power. Your Friday video was the usual excellent content, and the time lapse was well done too. We always watch to the end. David, I like to hear that. You always watch to the end. Yes. That's exactly what I want to hear. Online says, we have a golf course called Beaver Creek. Periodically, we have to hire a trapper to remove the beavers so the golf course doesn't flood. Well, and that's the thing. They either have to be moved or removed the way you're talking about, because you're not going to win otherwise, you know? Tim bought maple bar cookies, and Russ's Beaver Dam was a good one. It's like non sequiturs are us. And pizza's tasty. LED light bulbs are a must these days. They're so awesome. Yeah, absolutely. They each light bulb doesn't make a big difference, but in a house full of lights over the course of a year, here's the thing. when Canada was moving towards banning incandescent lights, one of my brother-in-laws was like, "This is no, because you know what? I don't have to heat as much in the winter because of all the heat from the light bulbs." I'm like, okay, what about in summer when you have to run the AC because of the heat of all those light bulbs? And I kind of feel that we're talking about like granular differences anyway. But for the power savings, like I went heavy into compact fluorescence, but even then I knew something better would come along soon. It just felt like an interim step, an interim thing, stage, like an interim phase or an interim stage, whatever that word is that I'm trying to find. Boom, 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 boom. I just want to do one little thing. One small thing. Interesting. Russell just sent me something interesting. I am trying to catch back up with the conversation. Dave says he uses a okay. I don't know what the GPU is that I'm running on this machine, but 500 US a month is pretty good. Because at 500 US a month, I could afford all the stuff I want to be getting for my channel. Like a few months, and I could replace my editing computer in the panhandle of North Florida. It's the extreme southern extent of the beaver's range. I have only seen some chewed trees on my trips to Florida. Never actually seen one. They're essentially huge rodents. They're Canada's largest rodent. They're one of the largest rodents in the world. David says, we also use ceiling fans year round to help spread out the warm air or cool air around depending on the season. Absolutely. Dude, I don't even know what I'm using. Let me figure out how to check my stuff. Devices? Would I look under devices? Nope, not under devices. Display settings? It's not going to be display settings, is it? No, it's definitely not display settings. How do I find out what my video card is? How do I find these things out? Oh, graphics. I'll look up graphics. Graphics settings. No, device manager. Okay. Windows is so confusing. I bloody hate this operating system. It drives me freaking bonkers. I just do not know what processors. No, that's my CPU. I don't know why I'm looking at this while I should be paying attention to you guys, except that like that's my audio. I don't know how to figure this stuff out. I absolutely don't know how to look it up. Display adapters? Radeon RX 580 series. I know that when I bought it, it was not all that modern, but because this was supposed to be a Hackintosh, it was exactly the card that was in 2 Mac models. So I didn't have to compile anything to run it in Windows. There were already drivers in Mac OS. There were already drivers there. You know, back when this computer actually worked for something other than live streaming. All right, hike with Mike. That's enough. Behave yourself. Who has a stockpile of incandescent bulbs? Not me. Hold on a second. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to catch up. I've lost sort of. Dave says the 3070 is a solid performer. Is that an NVIDIA? Uh-oh. Windows 11 came out today. But my computer is not bugging me to upgrade. What's going on? Does it not like my computer? Uh-oh, new Radeon software updates are available. Okay, I don't want to talk about computers anymore because it's going to bore half my audience. Yes, for $500 a month for doing nothing is pretty sweet. Absolutely. Mal, the epic buyer's remorse I have over the computer that I'm currently sitting at makes me think that makes me think that maybe I'll just buy one of those as well. Absolutely. But, I'm not in a position to buy anything right now at all. So, see, now it's in focus. Nice Swedish whiskey. As I said earlier, en bra svensk whiskey. My Swedish is very bad. Min svensk är inte bra. My Swedish is bad. I love when the newest version of Windows is shoehorned down my throat. Well, I'm not getting shoehorned right now, which makes me wonder if maybe they believe that my computer is not big enough or good enough or blah 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 enough. Fab Online says, in 2 years I'll get $2,600 a month for doing nothing. Does that mean you're about to retire? Oh ho! It all becomes clear. This PC doesn't currently meet all the system requirements for Windows 11. Get the details and see if there are things you can do in the PC Health Check app. Why would I care about that? I'm half worried that Windows 11 is going to be one of those like it's going to switch to a subscription model or something, and I need a subscription model OS the way I need another hole in my head. Hey, Zach Fudge is here. How's it going? And Zach misses Windows 7. I do not. I thought Windows 7, well, it was a hell of a lot better than Windows 95, but Steve, why? Russell is asking when is there going to be a new video of narrative telephone? We're waiting on Mal to write a story, and Sean in Alaska to write a story. I tried to write one just so I could steal their thunder, but it was garbage. It was epic garbage. Windows 3.1, yikes. And Russell comes back with one of these other donkeys gets off their butts and writes a story. Yeah. I don't know why it's so hard to write a story. I mean, Christ, I went to school to learn how to write stories. My biggest problem is one of inspiration. I've always worked well with partners. My buddy Robin and I work very, very well together. Excuse me. But I have for the past 10 or 15 years or so, I've had a real problem with inspiration. Minimum system requirements. I'm not looking at that. Why am I not? Doesn't matter. I don't care. La, 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 la. Yeah, that's pretty old school there, Dave. Hey, Shawnee's here. Doesn't have a computer. Nice. Grace comes in with, whoops. Mallory, you should include trial version in your story. Amazing. How's your access, mister?
This is likely not going to work very well.
Okay. Oh, that tells me I should put my cans on because I totally forgot.
Oh,
so I'm figuring that going by the way my throat feels and my voice sounds. Tomorrow I'll be singing Barry White. So it's a good thing we're doing this tonight.
I didn't even look at the time. It's 10:01. That's funny.
Your internal clock told you it was time to get on screen.
I guess. I was on Dennis's stream and it was all really shitty. That like he had Xander and I was trying to ask tried to ask several questions, and each time he was like, "Huh? What?" Like first there was like a 10-second delay, and then he's like, "Huh? What?"
Okay.
That.
Well, you and Dennis were both having trouble tonight then, because he was having some internet issues as well.
Yes, I wonder if because we were both having problems that we were both having problems.
Yeah,
that makes no sense, is it?
Well,
anyway, read a story
technically does not conversationally, but. What were you saying?
Yeah, read it. So read a story for narrative telephone. It doesn't matter what it is. It's
all right.
Something or somebody goes out to do bushcraft and lights their butt on fire, and there's your story. It's easy.
If you don't want to light your butt on fire, don't hold a match at your butt and take a fart. There we go. There's the story.
There you go.
What a stupid thing to say.
Moral of the story is, yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
Try and make it a little funny, and there you
go. Yeah. Canadians here. How's it going? Nice to see you. I'm trying to sort of skip over all the computer conversation and blah blah.
Wait, Canadian? Is that how you pronounce it? I always pronounce it Canadian. I guess that's the French way of pronouncing it. Canadian.
Canadien. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Mal says at the bootlegger there was a guy in the band playing a 12-string bass. It was totally cool. I was one of those with like 3, 3, 3, and 3, I guess. Yeah, it's a good sound. Wow. do. I'm just taking a look. Okay, we're good. We're not missing anything huge here. There's some conversation happening, which is good. What are you drinking tonight, Russell?
Oh, swill. It's Budweiser. I don't have anything good in the fridge.
Do you tend to buy like good stuff sometimes, and you just sort of keep the swill for when you're going to be pounding them during the live streams?
You know what? Here's the thing. Not a lot of people know this about me, but I do. You know, every time I go to town, I usually stop by the liquor store and I buy like an 8-pack of dark beers, like Waterloo Dark, sometimes Guinness, sometimes Kilkenny, which is not very dark beer. You know, stuff like that. And then I'll have those usually for nights like this when I just want to have a few beers. But I also get lots of Budweiser because I don't enjoy the taste of it all that much, so I drink slower.
That all becomes clear. Okay. I just want to check on what Canadian just asked. I just checked Discord on my phone and it seems to be fine. He's asking if Discord is down.
It's fine. You asked me on Facebook, right? Yeah, I tried to answer you too, and it said something like this user is unavailable.
Oh, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah. Very weird. So what's the topic tonight? Anyway.
I didn't have a topic because I feel like shift tonight. So I didn't have the energy to.
I feel like caps lock tonight.
Okay.
Is there a bushcraft Discord? There probably is, Dave. There's a. He's talking about Raspberry Rock Discord. I created a Discord, what, a month ago? 2 months ago?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I keep wondering if I should. Oh, Zach is asking if there's a Raindance Discord. I don't know. It seems that if it goes, if I create a Discord and it goes as well as Russell's does, then yeah, there will be a Discord. But I don't know if my sub crew would be Discord friendly.
Or you can just come to my Discord and you'll see Jess there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it's funny because you were trying to get me on Discord. You know, like you invited me and I went, and you were like, "How come you're never on Discord?" But as soon as there was a reason, as soon as there was a connection between me and Discord, and I wasn't just like checking what a bunch of strangers are saying about their far better channels, it was a lot easier to keep an eye on the Discord and participate.
That's fair.
But yeah,
can I put? Does anybody want to join my Discord here? Like half the people here are already on my Discord, I think.
Yeah, but drop the link and tell them to right click.
Yeah.
For anyone who is interested, Russell's got a.
I don't need half these people on here. Like Simone, do I really want Simone on my Discord?
No, he would just try to hack his way and take over the whole damn place. But I was about to start talking up here. Okay,
I'm ripping you, Simone.
He's ripping you. He ripping you, Simone.
Simone.
Simon.
Here's the thing about my Discord, though. You have to tie your Discord account to your YouTube channel. That's how I verify people. And it's difficult for a lot of people who don't know anything about Discord. It turns out it's kind of difficult. But I'll put it up here.
Zach is asking if he can get a Raspberry Rock Discord invite, so he clearly knows at least part of how Discord works. David says that Discord is working, but there's not much chat. It's because all the cool kids from Russell's channel are right here. Right here. Kicking back, drinking beer.
You just point at your crotch.
No, I meant right. No.
You totally did. I saw it.
I totally did not. Why, Russell? Why? Excuse me. Yeah, it looks like Canadian's having some connection issues because he can't sign in. Excuse me.
I don't know what to say. You're the only one having problems. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Other than try Googling your problem to see if any answers come up.
Yeah. Zach is on mobile. Don't know how to link YouTube to Discord. Zach, it's because Discord is a steaming pile of garbage in terms of its UI. It took me a long time to figure it out, but you can do it through mobile.
It is annoying. There's like 4 different places you can go into settings.
Yeah,
is it the settings? No. The settings? No.
Yeah, I had to sort of step away and take a breath, and then I came back, and but yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it will work. Excuse me. Did you drop it? Oh, yes, you did. You dropped a link. Okay.
Yep.
Yes, of course. But you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll drop a community post asking if my subs would be interested in a Discord.
In a Raindance Bushcraft Discord?
Yeah. I've been thinking about it, but I've been shying away from it.
It's one of those things where it's one of those things where it needs a critical mass.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you have too few people on there, then kind of conversations never start up because nobody's around.
And I'm only at like 2,609 subs right now. So I kind of feel that all the things that I really want to start up, I should wait until I'm at like 10,000, you know? If I ever get to 10,000.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly.
That's why I shut down my t-shirts and stuff. I mean, I sold like 4 t-shirts a year. It wasn't worth dealing with the American tax situation just for that.
I don't know how many shirts or stuff I've sold, but very few. But then I don't push it really.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's hard to.
I've actually been thinking about pushing it a little bit, not because I really want to sell a lot of stuff and make a lot of money, but mostly because people just don't know about it. I have been asked. I get asked every now and then, "Hey, if you had like a shirt or a mug or something, I buy it." And I say, "Well, yeah, it's in the description of every video I put out."
Yeah,
but maybe a few seconds in every video.
The description, yeah, you got to mention it. Like look what Philip DeFranco does, right? Like he pushes it hard. No, Canadian's not Chris Garland. I see Chris Garland in your Discord now.
There you go. You just have to follow the
bouncing ball.
The thing. Okay, we're not doing that tonight. This is not part of your live stream.
Right.
So maybe one of the other Discord people can help people who are joining. Right. Sorry. Carry on.
Sure. Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying something to Mallory.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, I was saying of course Mallory forgot her password. Of course Mallory forgot her password. You got to carve it into the side of a tree, Mallory. Then you won't forget it.
Mallory, are you one of those people that uses the same password, and every once in a while you use a new password, and then you forget it because you had to use a new password? People, let's do this. Let's do a PSA right now. Never use the same password everywhere because say you signed up for my service with your usual username or email address and the same password you use everywhere. Oh, now I can suddenly try your username and your password on all these other services that you might belong to see what I can log into. Don't use the same password. Use Password Manager to manage your passwords.
Yep.
Or something.
Absolutely. That's absolutely right. Let me making sure I haven't lost the thread of the conversation on the side. Okay, so people are signing up for your Discord group. Makes me it's beautiful. I'm glad I could be here to share users with you like this. Yep, that's it, right? Hey, Russell, do you buy any of these survival or outdoorsy books? Do you own any?
Funny story. I went back to the city. I went back to the city Monday, and I came back today. My reason for going back to the city is we bought a condo, so we're downsizing again and trying to figure out what to get rid of.
Right.
And I came across one of my survival books. And I could swear I had the SAS survival book around somewhere, but this one wasn't SAS. It was just a survival book. And I was going to bring it. I was going to show it to you tonight, and I forgot it. It's in the city still. So maybe next week.
I'd love to see that. Yeah.
I've got it's one of those things I've gone through from cover to cover because there's so much great stuff in there. And it's all, you were talking about this earlier, right? It's all kind of hand scribbles, like diagrams on how to build a trap, Yeah. Some girl tried their best to.
They did their best, and that's all they can do, right? Well, I mean, look at this. this map thing in Camping and Woodcraft, right? This is by Kephart. Could you imagine doing a map like that today?
And putting it in a book, you mean?
And putting it in a book, as opposed to just folding it up and throwing it in your pocket? Could you imagine? There's no way. The place to use your knife when... Oh, well, that's too small to look at. But, you know, it's totally hand-drawn. It's all hand-drawn stuff, you know? These are sticks. You know, it's like... That's funny.
The way it was.
Yeah. That's the thing. That is the way it was. That is absolutely the way it was. And now...
It's back when, before YouTube, like when nobody was doing bushcraft, just if you got in the scouts or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And now, like, all the drawings are done on computer, right? Like the knife here, and all that. Or it's photographs, like full-ass color photographs, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a different design philosophy than it used to be, driven by the fact that the technology is so much better,
Yep. Hey, you know what? Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Fab Online said he will be making a lot of passive income shortly. Did we get an answer on what that was coming from?
Oh, I thought he was just saying that he was retiring.
No.
That's what I figured it was. But you know what, Fab? Let us know if I'm completely off base on that.
And if it's not retirement, then we want to know exactly where your money's come from, Fab.
Yeah, because we want to copy your success. Steve is asking, you don't want to change the subject, but what is a good canvas wall tent? Something for hunting.
We had an expert in chat there, didn't we?
Yeah, we sure did. But is he still here? Dave, are you still here? If like Esker makes a good wall tent, right? There's another guy here in Quebec somewhere. What's his name? He's out in what are his tents called? Rats. Now I've gone and forgotten. But there aren't lots of options, but there are options. Somebody did a review of a canvas tent that they got off of Amazon, and the brand was like Play-Doh, but not like the not Play-Doh for kids. It was like Playdo or something, and it seemed okay. And that one was cool because it had a zip-in floor. And I know that there's a lot of philosophies on whether or not you want an actual floor in a canvas tent, but
That's interesting.
Yeah, I would just check out if you don't want to do exhaustive research, because let's face it, these things are all fabulous. Just go to Canadian Outdoor Equipment Company and check out the Eskers. They've got a 10 by 10 Classic 2, I think it's called, which is what I'm looking at, or I was looking at when I thought I would buy one soon rather than later. I'm reading Tracking in the Art of Seeing. Interesting book. Even tells you how to recognize scat. Is that the one from Ray Mears, or is it a different one?
That is a really valuable thing to be able to recognize scat. Like, really valuable.
Yep, absolutely.
Because it's funny. You'll see these great big dumps out there, and I know they're coyotes, and coyotes aren't that big. And then you'll see this tiny little puddle. You think, this must be a small animal. Nope, that's bear. These are good to know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, look, it's good to know what's moving in the woods around you, right?
Absolutely.
Both for interest's sake and for safety's sake. Yeah. It's by Paul Resendez. I don't know that name, but I'm going to note it now.
Good night, Baldy.
All right. See you later, Bangs. See you next time.
Good night,
man, it sucks about that back injury of hers. I mean, considering what she has to do all day, that must suck, man. Zach says he's really good at recognizing bull's cat. All right. Chris says, Hap Wilson's hand-drawn maps are nostalgic for interpreting the land, but I'd like to see what the next edition would look like with some modern map-making techniques. Unpopular opinion? Well, it's sort of what I was talking about earlier, that I'm of two minds. I do like the reminiscence quality of some of these really old books, but I like the clarity of what new technology can put on the page in terms of diagrams and maps and stuff, which is, I think, why I'm good with kicking back to read an older book next to the fire or whatever. But if I'm really trying to nail down some skills and stuff, and I'm not just watching YouTubes, I want the more modern diagrams. Absolutely. Like master the canoe paddle, right? That's a way clearer. See, if I put it up there, it's not in focus. Hey, Rain's here. How's it going? All right. Good night, Canadian. See you later. Excuse me. I just want to check something here. I'm just gonna check something. 13 people watching, 15 thumbs ups. Okay, you guys have been doing me right. So how's it going, Rain? What's new with you? What's up tonight? All right, we're at 20 past 10, so I will allow myself one more dram of whiskey. Are you playing castanets there, Russell?
Sorry, I was Simon. It was Simon was doing his thing.
Simon always does his thing.
He does. Isn't that weird?
He is as constant as the Northern Star. Doing his thing. Side chat seems to have slowed down a bit. See, Rain killed the side chat. She said hi, and everybody shut up. What's with you peoples?
Good night, Steve Method. Good to see you again.
Yeah, it's because everyone's going over to the Discord now, right? They're like, I'm out of here.
No, I'm trying to ignore it. Hi, Rain. Good to see you again.
Yeah. Did Rain come to my channel from yours?
I don't think so.
No.
Rain is mystery Rain. Ooh, that sounds cool, actually. Mystery Rain.
That would be an excellent nickname.
Mystery
Rain. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Rain, you have to change your name. Mystery Rain.
Yeah, now you're going to be Mystery Rain from now on.
If you go to your YouTube settings...
You're not going to make her really change her name, are you?
Somehow
magically,
it should be Mystery Rain.
Excuse me.
I get the spelling right here. There you go, Mystery Rain, just like that. Sounds like a band name.
Yeah.
Or just a really cool YouTube name.
So cool.
So I like the topic of books, bushcraft books. Have we done one of those?
I'd like to do a full-on episode on them. Because
Live stream
I have
or
a
video
live stream, like one of my panel discussions kind of thing. Because I had the author of my dried meals book on 4 weeks ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel it's always really cool to have people on, like, as a panel discussion, because no two people have the exact same. We'll take books as the example. No two people have the exact same collection. there are certain books that show up time and time and time again, and then there are books that only one person out of every three has, right? And that might come down to, really, like, who the hell would buy this, right? But it might come down to, I found this book in my grandfather's blah blah when he passed on, and it's like this book that nobody has, kind of thing. Okay. Shawnee just says, the book I just ordered is Polyface Micro, more of a how to raise livestock on a homestead, not bushcraft. Well, like, homesteading and bushcraft are nowhere the same, but in some ways they are adjacent. Like, there's a certain amount of
loosely related.
Yeah, I mean, it's why we all end up on each other's channels, right? You've got homesteading, off-grid living, maybe tiny house, bushcraft survival, prepping.
I agree. I don't. There's probably very few people on who watch my videos who don't have a passing interest in bushcraft or homesteading. I mean, you look at stuff like hunting and field dressing a deer, and if you're homesteading, then you're field dressing a chicken, and it's
Or a pig.
Yeah. Is that the same? There's stuff that's the same.
I've only ever field dressed a few deer. Whoops, that's not what I meant to do. Tabernacle. As Zach says, I do enjoy Morris Kohansky's bushcraft. I wish I could have attended one of his classes before he passed. Yeah. He's so. Am I going to use this word? I'm going for it. He's so seminal in the bushcraft community. His knowledge is so foundational. But I do find that he is he was. It's weird to say he was when talking about Morris. He was definitely of an earlier time. There is a bushcraft philosophy today that is very different than when he was doing it. But yeah, I would love to have sat down with him and asked him some questions, because yes, he was of a very different time. A lot of the stuff he talked about kind of rings weird to today's bushcraft community, because we're trained to think of a good knife as being a woodlore clone or a woodlore, excuse me, with a Coke bottle handle and everything. And he was like, no, you want a flat-sided handle. And today, when you think of a flat-sided handle, flat-sided scales, you think, geez, aren't you going to get hot spots, blah blah blah. And no, but it's just the philosophy of tools. The bush tool philosophy right now is very, very influenced by guys like Ray Mears, right? And when guys like Moores were teaching and developing programs, right? Because we're talking about teachers here. Developing programs, developing philosophies of use, philosophies of design. It was a different world, right? The technologies available to them were different. Nothing was ubiquitous because the internet was not there. And I sort of hit on this, excuse me. I hit on this last week or the week before. Actually, did I hit on it on a live stream, or was I on Russell's Discord? I think I was on a live stream. I was asking has YouTube homogenized bushcraft practices? And the reason I was asking this is because I was riffing off of, there's a Bon Appetit video that I watch over and over. Whenever it pops up on my For You section of YouTube, I watch it. And it's like gourmet chef learns to cook survival food or something like that. And, I sort of asked this little question, kind of not really off the hook, off the cuff, but had a quick, chin wag about it, and then sort of moved on. But that question is related to this question of, like how Moore's, the skills and the philosophies that Moore's brought to the table were so previous generation. Still solid, right? Just previous generation, and so maybe a little less marketable in a Ray Mears / Les Stroud / Joe Robinette world. I think I might have sort of really gone off and gotten boring about that, but anyways, still a legitimate question in my head.
I think you did talk about this last live stream about the homogenization of bushcraft because of social media.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was on my live streams or your Discord. Carol, by the way, said Alaska.
Alaska. Why do you keep putting that up there?
I'd like to see Alaska someday, or at least the Yukon. Oh, Cat Mac is here. How's it going?
Cat,
you missed the entire first hour, Cat.
Oh, let's repeat everything. I wasn't, Cat. I wasn't on the first hour anyway, so don't worry about it. Charles, did you mean the pursuit of happiness? Or the happiness of pursuit?
That sounds like a hunting book. The Happiness of Pursuit.
That's fair.
Well, I'm looking it up.
Boy, I really gotta blame Dennis for his internet tonight, because we've had no problems, and yet I don't. There's nothing different about this.
Yeah. Blame Dennis. I support you in that. The Happiness of Pursuit. Finding the quest that will bring purpose to your life. Excuse me while I share this screen. Come on, Square. Square? What? Share? Square? What does that even mean? Is this it? Am I sharing the right screen? Boom. The Happiness of Pursuit. Finding the quest that will bring purpose to your life by Chris Giebel. Wait, is this an American book? Should that be Guillebeau or something? Guillebeau.
About what? I can't see it. What is it about?
It is who the hell knows? Hold on.
$4.19.
Well, that's in a paperback in an acceptable condition, right? This is thrift books.
Oh.
Anyway, I will stop sharing the screen. So, Charles, thoughts on that Buke? Is it something that we should read?
Did you say Buke?
Yes. I got that from my dad. He sometimes mispronounces a syllable or two, just as a stylistic thing, and I do the same thing.
Well, there's only one syllable in book.
Buke. In Old English, book was book, B-O-K, and the plural of book was betch, which was B-E-C. Christ, I was going somewhere brilliant with this. I was going somewhere brilliant, and I've lost it.
Fascinating. Absolutely fascinating. Both of those had 2 syllables, right?
Everything has 2 syllables. Oh, bringing us right back to the subject I was talking about. Zach says, I prefer a plain handle to a Coke bottle handle on a bushcraft knife. You mean like the straight-sided?
What does a Coke bottle handle look like?
It's the handle on a woodlore knife, right? You know the woodlore knife?
No.
So the woodlore knife was it's like the Ray Mears knife.
So this is what you mean by flat handle?
Yeah, flat on the sides, exactly. Well, I just went to woodlore.com, and that was not what I had to be at. I needed to go to raymears.com. I'm going to find you a picture of a Coke bottle handled knife. Shop. Tools. Come on, Fuker. See? There, I just messed with a syllable. Knives. The Ramirez Bushcraft knife, formerly called the Wood Lore. The Wood Lore. Jesus. H. Christ, Jess. Get with it, will you? Okay. I will now share this screen so that everyone can look at the glory of the Ramirez Bushcraft knife. So it's a round profile, and it's sort of there's a swell here, and then it goes.
Oh,
right.
Is that just aesthetics?
No, it's about fitting it into your hand. There's a whole lot of theory behind it. I think Ray is on, I think, his fourth knife maker now making these things. Is there another photo gallery? No. See? That looks like a micarta handle. I used to want one of these like you would not believe, but man, the price is just stupid.
Was it $475? Is that what he saw?
Yeah, pounds.
Oh, pounds! Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Even $475 is a lot for a knife, but
yeah, 475 pounds. Like, whoo!
Pass. I'll stick with my 100 and whatever it was for this baby.
It's still a very nice knife. Okay, your knife is very nice.
I can't believe we've been talking about knives for the last 2 minutes and LT didn't suddenly show up.
So like, why have you woken me from my slumber? Zach has an LT Ray Genesis. Nice, very nice.
I kind of feel like he's coming up behind me. He's about to put his hand on my shoulder
and say,
"LT,
this is the knife you want."
Oh yes, if you. No, I can't do his accent. Sorry.
I love it. Suddenly we're into knife talk, and they're like, Charles is nice knife. He likes your knife. I like your knife, by the way. And Grace is like, 1.5 hours in, and it's knife talk. Oh yeah, okay. So Cat Mac was there at the last live stream. Yes, you were talking about the long houses, and all the internet sharing. We are becoming more alike in our knowledge. More, yeah. And I find that
houses were we? No, I guess we were. Yeah.
Yeah, briefly. Because I was riffing off of what Zach said about, I think it was Zach, about how he wishes he could have taken a course from Kohansky before he passed, and how, like, because I watched a lot of his videos, he was getting harder to understand at the end there because old, but like his style is so previous generation, right? It's so clearly before YouTube. Zach, I love it. For thousands of years, I lay dormant.
I was just laughing about that.
And then, like, somebody says knife, and like, chink.
And he's got a knife in each hand.
Exactly. Flick.
I got this on. I ordered this from my.
This one was $25. This one was $30.
I paid $25.
He's got this huge collection of knives, and he can get some really affordably priced stuff, but because he knows how to sharpen a knife, it almost doesn't matter if he buys an expensive one or a lot of people will buy a buck knife. Look at my fancy knife, and then 6 months later it's like, this knife is shite because it doesn't cut. And it's like, well, it's because if you're gonna buy knives, you got to get some stones or some sandpaper or something and learn how to use that. And I find that once you have the knowledge, how did I suddenly get all lectury? What happened there?
It's your YouTube channel. You can talk and stuff.
Yeah, but I suddenly felt I was getting all like,
It's
but
okay.
If you are going to buy knives, you must get the skills to sharpen the knives, and then success. I need the scholar's cradle, right?
That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. God.
Yeah, well, it's a skill. It's a natural skill.
Yeah, that was gorgeous. Yeah.
I'll be signing autographs.
You could be a hand model as well.
Yeah, I could totally be animal. These stupid little stumpies.
Well, for the
Hey,
stumpy
Bettina's
market.
here. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Bettina's here.
Bettina's showing up only 20 minutes to the end this time. Good. Nice.
She's always super late to my live streams as well.
Yeah. Yours go a lot longer than mine. Hey, and there we go. Cliff is finally back.
Oh, you know what? Oh, Bettina, we've been watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine recently. I just totally realized who you remind me of. Gina on Brooklyn 999. 999? Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Sorry.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Interesting.
Yeah, Gina. Look it up.
Could be worse. My wife watched. I was about to say something and now I'm all like sidetracked. Oh wow, Tyler showed up too. Nice. It's okay.
You said it could be worse.
Yeah, but I don't
it could be worse.
Yeah.
We're talking Bettina and Brooklyn 999, Gina, and you said could be worse.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, oh, come on. Is Gina really that bad?
Yep. I mean, she's one of those street smart people that has, comes up with wins all the time for some stupid reason, but she's very, you know what? I'm not going to finish that sentence.
You know what? You're dissing people on my live streams. You're hilarious.
I'm here all night, guys.
Excuse me. Let me just do one little thing here.
Rain, you haven't changed your name yet. Come on.
Come on. We wanted you to change. We wanted you to do everything to adjust to our expectations. Bettina's been busy and lost track of time. I'm just taking a look. Charles says he's terrible at sharpening knives. Dude, all it takes is agonizing effort. Cliff is of the knife sharpener school of thought. I'm a stones person. Although I've recently picked up not sandpaper, but that film. Like the 1 micron sharpening film. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sorry, I wasn't listening at all. What were you saying? You picked up a film? 1 micron film? For sharpening?
Absolutely. I picked up a 1 micron film for sharpening. That's exactly what I said.
What is a 1 micron film?
It's something that doesn't exist. That's not what I was saying.
I'm going to listen even less next time.
Rain painted the front porch today, by the way.
Those muffins were stale. Sorry, I had Simpsons thing when I
told you I've only seen 2 episodes of The Simpsons ever. Shawnee says my 2-year-old headbutted me in the mouth today. That stinks. That sucks.
On purpose? No, Shawnee, that couldn't have been on purpose.
They don't do it on purpose. They don't do it on purpose.
They're only
Yes, Zach, it's a 3M film. Okay. He's got a set of sharpening stones. All right, good. David, can you use the sharpening steel you get in a kitchen and a set of? Oh my God! Stop.
Let me do it. Go. Can you use the sharpening steel you get in a kitchen set knives?
Oh, so it wasn't me.
That's like the red thing, right? Where you just zip it through the.
No, right? I think he's asking about the metal rod. That's not a sharpening rod. That's a honing rod. Yeah. What that's taking the place of is not your sharpening stones. It's taking the place of a strop. Okay. So what that does is it rearranges the the microscopic filaments of the metal so that they're back aligned again instead of all like messed up. Which, by the way, is exactly the same thing as stropping it on a piece of leather or something. But it will not sharpen a dull knife. It will keep a good edge, good, but once the edge actually gets dull, that thing ain't gonna cut it. That's when you got to go to stones or sandpaper or something like that.
That's interesting. When I've shown that fall kniving that I have. I'm pronouncing that wrong, aren't I? But I've shown that several times on previous live streams, and it's got a is it a convex edge where it's curved right down to the point?
Yeah.
Is it convex? And I emailed the company to say, how do I sharpen this thing? And they're like, don't, just drop it. Don't not drop it. Strop it.
Yeah.
Don't try and sharpen it. And I thought, oh, okay, really? Can it
Well,
always work?
If you're big into your stropping, you will almost never have to actually sharpen, because what you're doing is you're preventing the dullness from coming. Like, if you care for your knife before it's dull, it will take way longer for it to get dull, but you will eventually have to resharpen it. Yeah. The idea being, you don't want to be taking stones and sandpaper to your bladed object, because every time you do, you remove a little tiny bit of it, right?
Yeah. Bettina, I wasn't being rude. I love you. That's why I kid.
Qui te châtie bien, t'aime bien. Qui t'aime bien, châtie bien. Those who like you bug you. That's not a good translation. Those who...
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's pretty close, actually. Those bug you like you. Yeah.
Yeah. Tyler is also big into the stones. SV Raven Rock thinks that I must watch more Simpsons. I have heard that very often. I just don't have the time.
You know what? I haven't seen any Simpsons episode in the last 10 years or more, maybe.
Well, is it still on, or did it end? Is it all in syndication now? Zach says kitchen steels don't sharpen. Is it? Man, that's been going forever.
Yep.
They straighten the edge after being bent microscopically. Exactly. David says that maybe there's a knife sharpening video in the future. I did a kitchen knife sharpening video a year or two ago. Then the way you hold the knife is very different, but the theory is still the same. Maybe I should do a bush knife sharpening video, though. You're right. Maybe I should.
And what stones did you use for that?
I used a 1000, 4000, I think, and
like wet stones.
Yeah, water stones.
Or Lansky. Oh, water stones.
Yeah, water stones. I also have a Lansky system. I love it. Bettina, I'm okay, Tim, despite some people's rudeness. She's not talking to me.
I know.
She's not talking to me. I purchased a couple of large knives at local market a few weeks ago for coconuts and a sharpening stone, like a big cleaver style, so you can bop off the top. Tim has a sushi knife. It's a one-sided blade. That baby is sharp all the time. Yeah.
I have a one-sided blade. Yeah.
Do you?
I have one. Not here. It's back in the city. I should have brought it. But
yeah.
I'll tell you what, on the subject of coconuts, a city girl and I were down in St. Vincent, and we brought a coconut to the place we're staying because we'd found it. And I said, hey, we'd like to get the juice out of this. And I said, look, if it's a lot of trouble, then don't do it. And this guy's like, oh, no, I'll take it into the kitchen. Like an hour later, he comes back with this cup with this tiny bit of coconut water. And he's like, oh, yeah, it was real struggle. It took him forever. And I'm like, oh, my God, why did you spend an hour doing that?
That's really funny. Yeah. I love it. I'm just looking for no. Nothing embarrassing about that. The comedy value is extreme.
Well, it is now, but
yeah, okay. Time does dampen the pain aspect, doesn't
it? No, I'm sure that guy still cries himself to sleep every night, you know.
But why would it take so long?
It wasn't a fresh coconut. It was old and very hard, I think. And he might not have had the right knives in the kitchen to.
Okay.
Because if you ever see the guys who make the coconut drinks, They take a coconut and they're like turning it, and then they pour some alcohol in to put a straw in. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why, this guy took an hour, but
Yeah, it's weird to me. I find. Seems bizarre. I'm looking for a good stone set for David Evans. Like, I'm at Amazon because they used to have a really good set. It was like $400 though, but it went from like
Waterstone?
100. Yeah, it went from like 100 up
Maybe you
to
should
10,000.
maybe you should start off with like a Lansky set.
Yeah, maybe.
Like Waterstones are they? I have a set of Waterstones, and I've tried them and I still haven't figured out the technique. Lansky's easier.
Yeah, I like Waterstones. I feel that. Here's the thing: I have a Lansky clone set up, and it doesn't have a stand or anything, so I have to sort of prop it on, like put it on rolled up on like a newspaper or something, so I'm not putting a divot into my table, and I get real fatigued trying to keep it upright while I'm. Yeah. Paul, oh, thank you, Zach. Yes, paulsfinest.com is a good place to get stones in Canada. It sure is, man. I have spent a long time dreaming. The Shapton glass and all that stuff. Yep, absolutely.
Well, I think about my Waterstones from Lee Valley, but if you're going Lansky, you can probably get them off Amazon.
My Waterstones I bought from Lee Valley. They were the King brand or whatever they were selling at the time.
Yeah. And you kind of need, if you're buying Waterstones, you kind of need the other one that, like, I forget what it's called. It's like steel, but it's perfectly flat. Because your Waterstone isn't flat.
Yeah,
and you go through that process of flattening it, right?
Plates, yeah.
Yeah, you go through the process of flattening it, and then you use a pencil and you draw on it, and you go again until there's no pencil marks. And
yeah,
it's a bit of a process.
Yeah, but I like it. There's an aspect to it that I really like that doesn't happen with the Norton stone, the Lansky system. But I also have one of those, the Henkel steel rods. It's not a sharpener. It will not sharpen a dull blade. It will reduce the requirement for you to sharpen your blade as often. Excuse me. Catmac says, tells Bettina that if it helps, she once told you, Russell, that you remind her of Chris on the movie Crypt of the Living Dead.
Kathleen is desperate to tell everybody about how this guy looks like me. I think that's cool. I wish I was on the set of The Living Dead right now.
Yeah. Charles, okay, he's answering me. No, more like a shorter machete. My wife can cut a coconut open to drink in about a minute. Now, Tim says, I put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up.
But Charles's wife was probably opening coconuts when she was 2, right? Charles. It's just like, can't talk yet. Give her a machete and give her a coconut. She can do this.
Yeah. Oops, that's not what I meant to click on. Sorry, Bettina. David says Lansky 3-stone set is $70 on Amazon.
I would look for the 5-stone set.
Yeah, I would as well. Absolutely. I have a 3-stone set.
Is it 4? Is it 4 or 5? I'd have to look at the set that I have. But
4 plus 1 for serrated or something like that?
I don't think so. I think it was just more. Instead of like a coarse, a medium, and then a fine, you just get more degrees of
stuff.
2 in the middle. Or I can go look for. I think I know where mine is. Let me go take a quick look.
All right. I'll just wait. I'll just sit here silently waiting.
Nope. Talk about your narrative telephone story.
Right. Okay, so here's my narrative telephone story, folks. Once upon a time, there was Russell, there was Mallory, there was Sean in Alaska, there was Jess. off-grid cabin up in the Yukon. There were trees. There were beavers. There was a dam. The dam needed to be blown up. The dam needed to be destroyed. But you know what? Every time poor Russell and Mallory, Sean in Alaska, an off-grid cabin up in the Yukon, every time they destroyed that dam that was rebuilt, in no time, they'd be walking back to the cabin and they could hear those damn beavers rebuilding that dam. Curses, they said. Damn those bastard beavers. Don't they know how much time and effort and money we throw into dynamiting that damn dam of theirs? But no, of course they didn't know, because they're beavers. How about those beavers? They've rebuilt and rebuilt and rebuilt that dam. Every time Russell and Mal, Sean from Alaska, and off-grid cabin from the Yukon, every time they took down that dam, these beavers came back stronger, more building more, building faster, more building. Until one day, an idea sprung from a seed, a little flash of light in the corner of someone's eye that makes them think, hey, why don't we try this? And that little seed, that little idea, that seed of an idea, that idea that came as a seed, as a flash of light, it blossomed. They weren't going to just dynamite the dam. They were going to dynamite the dam, and then as the water coursed through the hole that once was the dam, as that water came crashing through, flooding the land down below, draining the swamp, as soon as that swamp was drained enough, by which I meant lake, pond, Beaver Pond. It's not a swamp. Come on, Jess. As soon as that thing, that body of water where the beavers live, as soon as it dropped enough, they would wade across, waving their lit dynamite, shove it up the hole of that little cabin, and watch it go sky high with a thunderous boom. And as it went sky high with a thunderous boom, they danced among the falling logs, the falling twigs, the falling mud, the falling pieces of beaver. And you know what they did with that beaver? They picked up these steaming, smoking chunks of charred beaver, and what they did with that beaver was they ate it right there in their mouths, chewing, swallowing, enjoying the meat, enjoying each other's company. Somebody took out a guitar, somebody else took out a bodhrán. They played some jigs, they played some reels. Off-grid cabin from Yukon, she took out a fiddle. They partied straight into the night because they had defeated the beavers. The beavers were finally done for. They were gone. They were eaten. Then they brought out their tequila, their rum, their whiskey. They drank themselves into a stupor. They stumbled back to the Raspberry Rock cabin. They fell asleep on the living room floor, on the couch, on the seats, in the fridge, on the counter. They just fell asleep wherever they fell. And then the next morning, they all got up, still celebrating their victory over the beavers. And they decided to single file down to the site of the destruction of the beaver dam and the beaver house and the drained pond and the flooded river below. And they went down and they looked, and there was another goddamn dam. And there was another family of beavers.
That story started off like okay, but there needs to be some dialogue, some singing, every story has some basic elements to it.
I was marking time.
and there should be some bushcraft in it, since that seems to be your thing.
Sorry, what I meant to say was the way they lit the dynamite that they used to blow the beaver sky high into steaming chunks of meat that they then devoured. The way they lit these boomsticks was with flint and steel. Flint and steel and char cloth. Flint, steel, char cloth, and breath. Flint, steel, char cloth, breath, and contact once it had started to smolder with the wick on the dynamite. Flint, steel, breath. Lansky. Oh, yours
Four
is the
stones.
4 stones.
4 stones, but it also has. I'm not sure what this is in here. This piece. Maybe that's to flatten the other ones. I'd have to look it up and see. It's been ages since I used this. Yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? That looks like. Huh. This looks like the 5th stone, but the backing is gone from it.
That's weird.
That's weird.
That's weird.
I said it first.
Actually, you said it second. I said it first, and then I said it third. Yeah, yes, Stacy Cabin Dweller. Yes, I know. But I was on the spot, man. Oh, David's gonna throw the Lansky 5-stone set into his list for his next purchase. Nice. You've sold another set. You should contact Lansky and say, I need some money from you guys. Yeah, they need more TNT for that dam. Absolutely. Zach is into pocket stones. I like pocket stones for if I'm sitting out in the bush. I don't like them on my bench. You know what I'm saying? I am wickedly behind. Wickedly behind on the side chat. Hey, Dennis is there. What do you mean am I still on? Oh, it's 2 after 11. That's okay. We have like 18 people on. We'll go a little longer.
Wow, 18 people.
Yeah.
All I want to know, though, is has Rain changed her name yet? Mystery
I love
Rain.
It. Zach is like lighting with dynamite with a bow drill. Uh-oh. Throw it away.
How's it lit? And you've got like a 1-inch fuse? Yeah.
Just throw. Just for God's sakes, throw. I love it. Cat Max says, you are what you eat. Chris says, Soylent Green reference. I remember one day I was standing on the bus and with Camille when she was like 3. And she had a cookie or something. And she was just going to town. And like, brrr. And I said, calm down, man. It's a cookie. It's not Soylent Green, for God's sakes. And of course, the 3-year-old has no idea what I'm talking about. But the guy standing next to me, judging by the snort and the giggles, he knew exactly what I was referencing. Oh, Rain. He was referencing back to the conversation we had about calling you Mystery Rain like an hour ago. Let me just do something here. Let me just do something, all right? I'm going to do something. Man, I tell you, I'll be lucky if I have a voice by tomorrow. It's troubling, you know. Troubling. I'm hella troubled. So troubled. I just want to do one little thing here. Except that I can't find Dennis's name. Tabernouche.
Yeah. I think David's right. Have you still got the single malt there?
Yeah, it's on the table. What did David say? Time for one more single malt? Yes, okay. I will have one more. I'm just trying to Tabernouche, douche.
Hey, did you change your Oh, you didn't. Your thumbnail is still the same. Okay.
Is it still the same? Shit, I'm gonna have to change that like pronto. I keep getting distracted.
There's Dave has joined my Discord for some reason.
As it's where all the cool kids hang out. Yeah, so everyone
oh, it is.
Okay, one more single malt.
Yeah, Dennis, my internet is crap too, but for some reason joining Jess's live stream, it doesn't seem to be crap. So it must have been a combination. When I was on yours, Dennis, it must have been a combination of both of our crap internets that having problems. I was like, so Dennis, when I was trying to talk to Xander, it was like I said something and I have to wait like 5 seconds for him to acknowledge it, and then his acknowledgments were like, "Huh? What?" I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cast that shadow on your otherwise excellent live stream, Dennis. Anyway, go ahead, Jess.
Dennis, I think you need that Starlink. You need to have better internet access, because the content you're putting out is it deserves a better upload and a better. Hi, Dennis.
Hey! How you doing, y'all?
Yeah, brother.
Better by the glass.
See you.
We're doing better by the glass.
Better by the glass. Yeah, look at my video quality. I can't figure it out, man.
What are the options that are available to you down there for internet access? You got Kojiko, right?
I've got Kojiko, and I've got the 1,000. Well, no, what is it? It's a high up plan. Like my uploads usually over 1,000, or my downloads usually around 1,000, 800 to 1,000, and my upload is supposed to be like 30
megabit.
Yeah. Like I bought just because my season, like, the season I knew I was going to be having this year, I invested in it, right? And it's been pretty good up until now.
But you're probably paying more than I am. That's for damn sure.
Yeah,
Dennis, if you go to like speedtest.net, what does it tell you? Right now you're on a live stream, but
well, if I do it right now, if I do a speed test,
sure.
Now, let's see here. Right now, my download is peaking over 100.
Okay.
Over 100 megabit, so that's good.
Yeah. And upload right now, 27, 28.6, 29, 29.2, 29.3.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Dennis, look at your picture quality all of a sudden, though. It has gotten so much better since you've joined this live stream.
But that's the thing, is it's going like,
For what that's probably costing you per month, you need to go with a different company, I think.
We just jumped on with this company, signed a 3-year contract. No, this is better than what I had. Way better.
Okay.
I don't know. Something's just not right. I'm going to have to make a call, I think.
Make a call.
Make a call, man.
Yeah. You know who has
been very weird with that kind of. I would kill for that kind of upload speed.
Yeah.
I would pay for it. If it doesn't work right, I don't know.
Yeah. So yes, David, here's the one more single malt.
Yay! Until the next one. Cheers.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm hearing feedback there.
Are you? From where?
Now Dennis is blank to me.
Is he?
I'm all muted.
I'm hearing both of you fine. Chris is saying maybe they're throttling in the area if it's on a node. Well, that's what I was wondering too, about maybe he's getting throttled. Well, like, why would they do that?
What does throttling mean?
It means when they synthetically when they clamp down on your speed a little bit or a lot.
So I found this when I was talking to Exploring is that there are tiers of throttling, right? If you're just doing downloads and stuff, then you're at the bottom tier. You're at the lowest priority, and then it goes up from there. If you're web browsing, if you're doing something else, or the middle 2 tiers, and the top tier is streaming, because they figure there are a lot of people who are for work. They're streaming. They're Zoom calling and stuff like that, and stuff like this would be considered streaming as well. So you should be at the highest priority. Now David says I'm freezing up now.
Well, you were, but now you're not so bad.
Yeah, maybe it's just you and I, Russell, as a combination.
But Dennis and Russell, Zach says they throttle when I'm streaming. Interesting.
What does that mean?
It means that when he's streaming, he's using a lot of bandwidth, so they throttle him.
Am I not paying for that though?
I'm just telling you what I learned from
My question.
exploring it.
Yeah. Interesting. And there's really no reason for them to throttle.
And you know what? I'm only broadcasting at 720. I'm not even at 1080, right?
Yeah, because
and then I drop down to 420 or whatever the next one is, 480 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I think it's 480.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't seem fair. It seems that no. Rain says the trees out here are beautiful. Leaves are changing. Around here, they're only starting to change right now. Just starting. I love fall.
We're in full change here.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
Man, I love that. Love it, love it, love it. Dennis?
Yes.
How the hell did you get that background to your home? Did you just put it on the roof of your car?
No, I put it in the back of my pickup.
Oh, is it rollable?
No.
Oh no, pickup, right, pickup,
yeah,
right.
It's a 4x8. Right?
Yeah. I would love to get a background like that for my channel. I mean, not that my gamer Twitch looking background isn't phenomenal and everything, but
yeah, I was gonna change it up for this season, but I just got too lazy.
But it's nice. There's no reason to change it.
Yeah.
Oh, David says we saw 3 deer today when we were out for our daily walk. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Throttling. I gotta look up throttling.
Yeah, find out if they're doing it too, and if they are, crack skulls.
Well, they probably are, and it makes sense though, because if people are out there like downloading the latest game, which is 60 gigabytes or something like that, then it should have a really low priority, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But like, don't throttle Dennis while he's streaming, for God's sakes.
That's what I want to say too. I want to say that to Exploring
I can't go professional.
Like Friday night from 8 p.m. till midnight, can I get like nobody else? Can everybody else have the lowest priority? Can we just kind of kick off the heavy users? I'm only asking for 4 hours a week. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because if Dennis and I, let's face it, are both streaming at 720, we're not using anything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
me too.
Comparatively speaking, 720 to 1080p, big freaking jump. And I don't know if you're streaming at 1080 or if you're streaming at, but even then, we live in a world where people are downloading 4K TV over their Netflix accounts, right? Like the bandwidth is so cheap that you can watch 4K over the wire, over the network. So
they are wires. Yeah.
Right. So like us sitting here at 1080 or 720, come on, we're not the problem. We're not the problem. It's all the Netflix users who are the problem.
Yeah.
Dennis, Zach does have some words of wisdom. Be careful when you're researching throttling. You might end up with some not safe for work results.
This is true, right?
Yeah, that kind of is.
True.
Chris says, I moved a snapper off the road Sunday and was surprised how far the necks can reach back. Good thing I was holding farther back on the show. Oh, you mean a snapping turtle? Yeah. Yeah, they can really start.
Gotta watch when you research snapper too.
Yeah. Fair point.
Well, sometimes if you grab a stick and then like hold it close to the face, they'll like grab it and then they won't let go. So you can just pick up the whole turtle that way and then move it across the road.
I remember my grandmother and grandpa at that point. Well, they're both dead now, but they had a house on Selby Lake and there were snapping turtles there. I don't remember being afraid of them, but I do remember being told to watch my freaking step. So that I didn't end up hurting. Rain says that the farmer behind her moves his chicken pen daily. I guess that's just so that they can peck the ground and then they can peck new ground, I guess. Neither of you have chickens. geez. Okay. Yeah. David says, "Oh boy, here we go." And yeah, of course, the next comment. And beavers, Dennis. And beavers.
And beavers.
You missed that part.
Yeah.
I see we're going for the single entendre here.
Woodpeckers.
Ah, stop. Oh my God.
Yeah. So Russell, you had some real fun with that beaver dam, huh?
It just
Yeah,
got
but
blown
I'll
up.
tell you what, Dennis. Tomorrow I'm going back to tear it down again, but I'm taking my trail cam with me, so I'm going to set up the trail cam, hopefully to catch them rebuilding the dam. So
are you gonna have to hire a trapper?
I was gonna
a lot
say.
of people in this area do hire trappers to come out and take care of the beaver problems, because beavers will grow uncontrollably and they will take out roads and farmland and stuff.
Mhm.
And every time I talk about this, people are like, "Oh no, beavers create environment, ecology, and like, yeah." So they've created some wonderful things, but I mean, they will grow out of control. They will destroy everything in their path, kind of thing.
I can't believe they rebuilt it overnight, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
Fast work. Very
if you
fast
watch,
work.
you watch that video, I was shocked.
Yeah.
I think I said that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, you know what? But you know what? The part that shocks me is that, I mean, that was like probably a 12-foot span from one side to the other. I'm putting my hands out like this, which is a huge thing for beavers to suddenly. I mean, they bring along sticks. If the sticks aren't like 12 feet long, then the sticks kind of just keep flowing downstream. That was the whole point of doing it that wide.
Right.
So this is one of the reasons why I want to do it again and put the trail cam on them to see what magic they do.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I have a feeling they're going to come out with wizard hats and wands and go, "Oh, abracadabra, let's do this shit." Zing.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, what was your topic of discussion tonight, Jess?
I didn't have one. I feel like crap, so I didn't have the energy to build one, to build a concept for tonight. I just came on anyway because, I like my live stream.
I was going to give you a topic, but I didn't.
I checked my Facebook before coming on, and there was nothing there. I was like, Russell, how can you let me down like this? You're cutting me deep. I come to depend on your freaking random suggestions.
I am ashamed. I am ashamed at how poor a friend I am and of my body type. But I hope one day to improve on both of those counts.
I'm working to improve on one of them. David says, our local beavers chew down beautiful maple trees for no apparent reason. I read somewhere that they they don't need the whole tree, just like the underbark or something. Am I totally misremembering this?
Well, the beavers eat the Cambrian layer.
Yes, exactly. Yes, the Cambrian layer.
Which is fine, but I've seen it too. I've come across huge swaths of land where all these trees have been downed.
Yeah,
and none of the Cambrian layer has been eaten. None of the bark has been removed. And it's like, what the fuck are they doing? They just knocked down all these trees, and they're all sitting there dying. I think so. What David said is right. Sometimes it's for no reason other than, golly, I guess I'll knock down this tree.
Well, maybe they knocked down all the trees, and there's somebody with a 22 there who takes them out before they can turn them all into mulch. I'm just being a jerk. Yeah. Yeah.
Firewood. Yes, Grace Martin is right.
Grace has got it.
This winter, I will be going out across the pond on my ATV once the ice is thick enough and bringing in a lot of firewood, because there's tons of trees out there that are dead and hung up and perfect.
Do you have a bunch of like maples and beech and stuff? Because that makes terrific firewood.
80% of the hardwoods around here are maple.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice.
What was that?
I don't know. I just like the way I said nice seemed really stupid, so I just did it again.
I mean, it was really sexy, but yeah, I just wonder where it came from.
It come from the bottle is where that would come from.
Yeah. But no, seriously, if it's like maple and stuff, yeah, grab that because terrific firewood.
It's fantastic. I mean, oak would potentially be better firewood, but I find that oak is like stays wet for forever around here. I cut down oak trees, and 2 years later, it's all still soaking wet.
Oh, really?
But maple within a year is nice and dry, and it's great firewood. Fantastic.
I'm surprised that oak takes so long because it's so porous. I just figured the wind would go through it and dry it the hell out.
I could show you.
Huh. Interesting. Tyler didn't come on to speak, but he is dropping the knowledge in the side chat. Cambrium layer is important for beavers, but I know they eat a lot of the twigs and foliage as well. The young twigs and foliage also happen to be at the top of the tree. So you say they're knocking them down to go for the top of the tree.
So wasteful. So wasteful, Tyler.
Just get their damned chainsaws and get the hell up there.
That's kind of like saying I don't want to eat the rice, just the fish. Like like if you order a platter of sushi, just get rid of the rice and eat the sushi, the fish. Maybe that's a bad thing.
Yeah, I wish I could order sushi, but the idea of dying because I'm eating the wrong kind of fish is not attractive to me. Not to make this thing dark or anything.
Too late. How's that dram?
Too late. It's delish. It's amazing, but I've drunk too much.
Yeah, and I teach beavers to climb, maybe. Eh?
I think they should just teach beavers some like engineering skills so that instead of ruining everything for Russell, they can build themselves a nice little bridge.
Oh yeah,
that makes no fucking sense.
No, it does.
It does. All along your trail there, Russell? Build you a couple nice boardwalks.
It does. It makes a lot of it makes a lot of sense if we could teach them to build something actually useful, but still serve their purpose. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's funny because like the concept we have is you have to get rid of those beavers. Like they don't it's not their home too kind of thing, but you have to get rid of the damn beavers because otherwise they might flood out your road or whatever. But I don't really know how to put together the thought that I'm putting together. I should have probably done that before. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's related to this thought I keep having about how if you look at raccoons and skunks and pigeons and stuff, we automatically despise the creatures that have learned to live with the shit we make of the world, right? You drop a city where there used to be a forest, and the creatures that have learned to live with that are the ones we despise the most. And like extrapolating, it's not directly connected, but in a tertiary way, the way we feel about beavers is like, oh God, they're ruining my yard. Well, no, they're just doing what they do. But sometimes you kind of you got to get rid of them because maybe you only have one road into your property or something, I don't know if I'm making sense.
No, you're making sense.
Yep.
Like it was a half-baked philosophy that I started on. It's like, well, you started talking about it. You can't shut up right now.
Gotta go with it.
Just gotta move. Gotta go with it. SV says, as a kid, Dad took me for a paddle and saw the biggest snapping turtle I've ever seen. It broke my dad's paddle. Fortunately, we had 3 paddles, 1 spare. Yeah. Wow.
Guys,
Zach says, Jess is allergic to fatty fish. True. And I'm allergic to pork. Freaking sucks. Pork.
I've never heard anybody allergic to pork. Allergic to
No.
pork, but not beef or chicken or goat. Wow.
Wow. Yeah. Holy crap.
That'd be awful. No bacon?
Like, how would you deal? No bacon.
Ooh,
I wouldn't.
It's
I can
like,
deal with that.
bacon.
how to tell there are three outdoorsy guys on no bacon?
3 Canadian outdoorsy.
Yeah, three Canadian outdoorsy guys. What do you mean no bacon? What do you mean? It's a cultural imperative, for God's sakes.
Oh, gosh.
Man, that sucks. Mister. It means that you and I cannot go for lunch. That's for sure. Russell needs to start a beaver school. Train them to build bridges of doom. That's Ian the Web
I would
Lord.
love that. If I started a school and they all kind of showed up and with notepads and pens, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll teach these beavers. Yeah, let's do
All right,
this.
beavers. What? Tim says, my wife and youngest daughter are allergic to pork. I get the bacon all to myself. What? I've never even heard of this, and there are 2 people touched by this in the same live stream. Oh, Zach says, pork is naturally sulfuric and high in phosphorus, and I'm allergic to both.
Oh,
Crazy.
interesting.
However, also interesting is piss. Bettina says Canadian women eat bacon too. You know, yes, I know, but the context is that there are 3 guys on screen.
Yeah, but Bettina got a good jab in there, of course.
Yeah.
She was really upset by rude people earlier, but
Russell should get the beavers to finish the cabin.
yeah.
Can you imagine? Wasn't it Gray Owl used to have beavers come into his cabin all the time?
Who?
Yeah. Well, in the movie they depicted that, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because his wife brought him in, right?
Is that what's going on there?
Yeah, because he killed the mama, and then she adopted the kits.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Wait a minute.
Or so it's in the movie, anyways.
Yeah. It's funny because like Gray Owl tricked Canada. The whole damn country thought that he was native. You know?
Yeah.
Can you even do that now? You probably could.
Probably could.
Weird, eh?
Special effects, right?
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, how did you come across your guest tonight, by the way? Do you like watch him all the time kind of thing?
So I started following him around 4 months ago.
Okay.
4 or 5 months ago. He's made his like 170,000, no, more than that. A year ago this time, he had 1,000 subs.
Amazing.
And
Crazy.
in a year he's up to 180,000 subs. So yeah, it was John from Lost Lakes there. He mentioned him in one of his videos or something.
Yeah, okay.
I checked it out. Hey, this guy's videos are pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And he's just breaking water right now. So
what the hell is he going to be doing in 2 years? Right? Jesus.
yeah, well, you know what? You ride out what you could ride out while you could ride it out, eh?
Yeah.
Like you ride the waves when there's waves. So
Yeah.
But I don't know if you've ever watched any of his videos, but he keeps you captivated because his edits are like short and tight. Like, you know, one sentence in his videos has about 4 breaks in it because he cuts out all the shit.
Yeah, I've never even heard of him before tonight.
Yeah,
But
it's It's pretty impressive. He's only got like 43 videos on his channel. I looked it
Yeah.
up. I hadn't heard of him either. But he seems, from what Dennis has said, he seems to be one of those guys who just has a great flow, like a head flow of a video in his mind. Like, and from what he's filming to what he's editing, he's got a good flow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He's one of those people that can picture the whole video in his head and go, okay, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like he has a
one of those
storyline even before he videotapes it, right?
Yeah.
If you watch the video he put out today, he took a 12-day trip and compressed it to like an hour and 12 minutes. And you lose nothing for watching it. You know what I mean? It just keeps you captivated. So it's well worth a watch.
I'm gonna check him out later. Absolutely. I'm just bringing up my. I'm just adding him to my watch later column here. Column? What?
I never watch anything in my watch later list.
Grace is asking for his channel link. Dennis, are you one of my subs?
Yes, I am.
So you can just drop the link in there.
You mean moderators? Yes.
Tabernacle. Yeah. I've had a very high octane day and I don't feel well, so I'm tired and I'm just kind of silly.
What's a high octane day for you look like? Did you mix a scoop of real coffee in with a decaf?
You know, Mr. Brat.
Do the hand thing.
Do my scholar's cradle so that I can sort of drop the knowledge on you.
Here we go.
I'm thinking more like a night at the Roxbury at the beginning when they were like
they were like voguing kind of. Yeah.
I watch Matthew Posa from time to time.
Do you? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit here and there.
Dennis, what kind of channels do you watch most? Are you mostly into paddling channels or more into like off grid? Like, do you have sort of a general?
I got a pretty wide range. If the thumbnail tweaks my interest, I'll click on it and give it a it's fair due.
Yeah, fair.
But I've got my favorites. I've got my Sean James and a lot of the people you see on my channel are people I follow regularly.
Right.
And then the Baird Boys, and that's probably why they've been guests on the show, is because I follow them, right?
One of the Baird Boys.
I'm trying to branch out because there's I'm gonna run out of the people I watch regularly. So I need
you should get Wrangler Star on.
Wrangler Star.
Yeah.
He's one guy that I don't watch. I used to watch him years ago, but
I used to watch him years ago too, but lately I also find him hard to watch. And I would what are you looking at?
You know what? He started out like Les Stroud and then ended up like Bear Grylls.
Wow.
That's my Wrangler Star experience.
Yikes. Yikes. I liked the tools and axe stuff, but I don't give a damn about his Bible buffing or his guns or his what do you call those those dirt bikes? What do you call those? Oh, dirt bikes. I don't care about any of that stuff, right? Like, I'm good with the homesteading stuff. I'm good with the tool maintenance. I'm good with him being in the forest and like that side of him. But I don't want a bunch of Christian stuff down my throat. I don't want an AR-15 flash every 12 seconds. I don't give a damn about dirt bikes. And I don't care about church stuff. So it's like his thumbnails still pop up every now and again, and I definitely still feel warmth towards him for pumping me up by like 600 subscribers in one day just by mentioning me and doing it like a little video to me. But and it's like he's going deeper and deeper into that side of it, right? Deeper into the sort of but I don't want to come across as anti-Christian or anything. I'm not, but I don't necessarily feel that it's my business to know what religion you are. In the same way as I'm not going to go spewing my own religious philosophies on you guys. I think it's no. I think we have problems in the world when someone's religion becomes a thing of public record. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are we getting political here?
Yeah, no, I'm shying away from it now. I'm
Can we? Because I want to slam Tom Cruise. Can I do that on your channel?
Sure you can.
Sure, I guess. Yeah, go for it. And then we'll move on because, like, I see Rain is talking about the.
I think I just did.
Yeah. All right. You can say one thing.
Church of Scientology.
Yeah. What is up with that?
I tell you what. Let's not talk about Church of Scientology at all. But but you should watch there's a documentary available. It might be on Netflix. It might be somewhere else. It might even be on YouTube. What's her name? Leah Rimes? Leah Rimes used to be on the TV show. Oh my God, I'm never going to remember. This is my memory doing the thing. Anyway, look for it. I think it's Leah Rimes. Look for the documentary on Scientology. That's it.
I think that is on Netflix or Amazon.
Leanne?
It's on one of the things that I have because I've seen it pop up on my screen. I was going to say something and it's gone.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Oh, Leah
Barbara's name tonight at the end of the show.
Is it Leah Remini? Anyway, watch that. That's a shocking documentary on Church of Scientology. Just absolutely shocking.
Yeah, Charles says he watched it. Oh, here's what I wanted to say. I should start something like that because that guy probably died rich as funk.
Oh, yeah, L. Ron Hubbard.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I mean, there's a story where the guy is like at a party going, I should start my own religion. I'm going to totally do it. And then he did.
So I'm at a party right now and I should say, I'm going to start my own religion and do something. But like, I'll come up with something different than him. But it has to appeal to Hollywood elites in order to be successful, right? Yes, it was Leah Remini. She was in that cult too once, says Bettina. Chris says, I found Jason Elka's. Oh, Eek? How the hell would you pronounce that? Jason Eek?
Jason Eek, yeah.
Jason Eek's channel again a few days ago while seeking out knot tying. Then watched a bunch of his other tripping vids. Very detailed descriptions of all skill levels. Nicely presented content. That's good to know. Now, when you say tripping vids, are you talking about mushrooms or canoes? Shut up, Jesse. All right. Rain says, can I join the thread? Sure. We're almost, we're going to get off real soon, but I'll let you on. Because I would like to hear what you have to say. I'm copying the thing.
Jason Eek has been putting out a few videos of late.
Yeah. There you go, Rain. I just dropped the link into the side chat. Oh, Dennis, my new religion. Canoe Houndology. I like it.
Go for it, Dennis. I'm trying to. I'm going so fast. I'll be a disciple. Yeah, I'll sign up for that. Yeah.
I'll be like, I can't follow you, Dennis. I can't paddle fast enough. But yeah. Jesus, it's 11:40. It's okay. We'll stay on a little longer. Hi. How's
Rain.
Woo!
Oh, there.
Hey!
Mystery Rain.
Mystery Rain. Rain's new name.
Nice to meet you guys.
hardly recognize you without the glasses
Yes.
Mystery Rain.
Yes.
Mystery Rain.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you guys.
Did you pause your YouTube video?
No. Oh, you got to pause the YouTube page, Mr. Rain.
Nice to meet you.
Bettina says, in 2008, we drove to Florida for spring break. After crossing the bridge from Tampa, we got turned around and actually ended up in the driveway of a huge Scientology convention. That's not uncomfortable.
Rain, you gotta pause the YouTube video.
I'm finishing my...
Rain, pause the YouTube video.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Let's see. So we're coming down the end of the show here. Do you have anything? Rain, you were saying that your leaves are changing. What part of the world are you in? Very.
The end of the show here. Do you have anything? Hold on,
Somebody's
Rain.
not
You
paused.
gotta pause your YouTube video, Rain.
What world are you in?
Rain, you see how
What
you?
world am I in? What world am I in? So I moved
Rain,
from.
Rain. Pause your YouTube video.
Yeah, pause the YouTube page. Keep the StreamYard page open, but shut down the YouTube page. Stay in your browser.
Rain, pause your YouTube video.
Yeah, pause YouTube.
Okay, how do I do that? Okay, I think I did.
Yes, nice.
But
So much
yes,
better.
Good job.
Okay.
I moved from Durham, and I'm now like out near Ottawa, and we're in the middle of nowhere, and
sounds great.
we're learning how to do everything in the bush. So it's beautiful, and you guys show us how to do everything, and I love watching all your videos. So thank you.
So how far out in the bush are you? Oh, we
Do
have a-
everything, and I love watching all your videos. So thank you.
How far out in the bush are you?
About an hour from Ottawa and an hour from Kingston.
I love
In
watching
the bush.
all your videos. So thank you. How far out in the bush are you?
That sounds nice
Oh
out there.
God, about an hour from Ottawa and an hour from Kingston.
I love
In
watching
the bush.
Sounds like are you around
Oh
Miracle?
God, about an hour from Ottawa and an hour from Kingston. I don't know how to work all this.
Okay, what you have to do is go to the YouTube page and close that window.
Sorry. I don't know how to work all this.
Echo. Rain, close all your other tabs. Close any tab that isn't the current one.
Wow, sorry.
Yeah, all you have to do is find the tab with your YouTube page with the YouTube open and shut that, because that's where the echo is coming
Wow,
from.
sorry.
No, I can still hear it.
All you have to do is find the tab with your YouTube page open, with the YouTube open, and shut that. Well, that's where the. No, I can still hear it. All you have to do is find the tab with your YouTube.
I really want to hear the same story over and over and over again.
All right, well, I know how to solve this. Okay, to everyone who's not on screen, I hope to see you next Tuesday. Might be a little late. I think I have a school meeting, but between now and then, be safe, be sane, be healthy, and be kind to each other. Good night.
See you soon.